Hello. My name is Darren at Shishing University, and we're here to talk about English in Taiwan. And joining me is, can you introduce yourself a little?
大家好
English?
My name is Venus Chen. Darren asked me to be here to share my experience of learning English in Taiwan. I'm the Taiwanese
Okay. From where?
from Jiayi, and I'm married to Darren.
So you went all the way from the sticks to the highest point in society, married to Darren.
That's what you like to believe, sure.
Sure. Okay. So can you tell us a little bit about your educational background?
Well, I was born in Jiayi and then raised in Taiwan. I went to schools from elementary school all the way to university in Taiwan. I did go to Zhongxin University in Taichung, major in English literatures.
Okay.
So that's my background of, I guess, English learning.
Okay. So you studied English literature for your bachelor's degree,
Yes.
and did you go further?
No, I didn't.
Okay. And do you have any experience with living abroad?
I had some job training in Japan, but it's only like 6 weeks, and that's pretty much it.
Okay. So no experience living and working in an English country?
No, I didn't.
No. Okay. So your English is fantastic. How did you learn?
I learned from school, of course. That's the beginning. I went to some cramming school, like all parents would like to send their kids to. I developed an interest of learning English when I was very young. My bigger brother loves English folk songs, so I listened to that. I could sing English before I can speak English. And then when I was older, I started to watch a lot of Hollywood films, TVs, and then repeatedly watching Friends, and I guess learning how they speak naturally is how I get used to English intonation. And then when I was traveling as a flight attendant in Japan, I just have the room. I used to have the room running CNNs in the background.
Oh, CNN.
Yeah, CNN in the background, listening to how they speak, I guess.
Okay. So you touched on the fact that you were a stewardess. Can you tell us what your job background is?
After graduating from university, I was very keen in making money, and my friend told me being a flight attendant is a higher paid job than entry level in the office, so I went for it for about 3 years.
Okay. Did you enjoy that?
Yeah, more or less.
More or less.
Every job has good and bad, right? At least it's a vehicle for me to see the different world.
So many of our students, actually, some of our students anyway, dream of being stewardesses. Yeah. So how important was English for you in getting that job?
I am not sure actually, because it's a Japanese airlines. I suspect the Japanese might be more important than English, but at that time they were hiring for two different teams. One is Japanese major and the other one is non-Japanese major. So I was in the non-Japanese major, but they were, I guess at that time, well, noted that that was like 20, 30 years ago, so time is different. At that time, not many Japanese major or Japanese colleagues speaks English. So somehow when there are foreign passengers, they were assigned to me, and then it becomes something that was attached to me. Like people see foreign passengers, they would say, Venus, you go. Something like that.
Okay. So sucked to be you then.
I didn't mind it.
No? Okay. So after being a stewardess, what was your next job?
I went to a how do you call that? I guess a software company translating the Oracle applications, like CRM system at that time was a thing. So I was translating from English manual to Mandarin.
Okay. And after that, your next job was?
Was to work at the Canadian trade office in Taipei. They called it's a de facto Canadian embassy in Taiwan. I was there for 20 years.
Okay. So at essentially the Canadian embassy in Taiwan.
De facto.
De facto. The de facto country of Taiwan and the de facto Canadian
There you go.
embassy. Sure. Why not? So what did you do at the Canadian Trade Office?
The usual stuff, the trade activities. So I started as a trade assistant and worked my way up as a commercial officer, trade commissioner, and so on.
Okay, so commercial officer, trade commissioner. Can you explain exactly what that is?
In Chinese, we like to say 商务专员 or 商务官. It's a trade representative for Canadian companies to do business, to help Canadian companies develop businesses in Taiwan and making connections with Taiwanese companies.
Okay, so it's a heavily business-oriented job.
It's a business-oriented job, yes.
Dealing with international trade.
Dealing with international trade between Canada and Taiwan.
Okay. And a lot on relationships.
A lot on relationship and then finding the opportunities through the relationship and identify the influential people, I guess, through the networks and intelligence finding.
Okay. So first, do you have any business background?
No, I don't.
No. So you how did you get this job? Because it wasn't for your business background, but it's clearly a business and finance oriented job. So
well, I entered this office as a trade assistant, right? So I guess that time they were looking for someone who can coordinate the information in the region on the public source and then compile it to all the different embassies in the Greater China or Indo-Pacific region. So my background with the Oracle software or translating the CRM system and all that, it comes attract their attention. So I get in as a trade assistant. They didn't ask for any business background. They did ask for English proficiency in oral and writing. So I guess I got it that way.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so that's kind of the entry level. Mm-hmm. And then somehow they thought, oh, why don't we give her a chance at business?
Well, it's a competition job, so you have to compete for the job. I want to make money, so that's why I apply for a higher level job. And I do love interact with people. I think that's one way to improve your language and improve your communication skills. You put on different faces when you're dealing with people from different sectors. For example, if you're talking to like agricultural or forestry buyers, you have to show the grassroots of where I call it, I'm from Jiayi, and then if you're talking to some tech people, you have to be straightforward and get to the point. But with more traditional industries, they do like to sit you down and offer you tea and talk about private lives and all that. So you do have to kind of different personality when you talk to different people in different businesses.
Mm-hmm. So very important to be able to be sociable in English, at least for your Canadian clients.
And Taiwanese contacts.
And Taiwanese contacts also. You don't use Chinese with your Taiwanese contacts?
I do. I guess I do.
Sometimes?
Sometimes.
Okay.
Most times, actually, with Taiwanese. In English, it's more on the writing with the clients and interact with clients when they visit, and how you report to your line managers. What do you do, right? You have to make an impression to them that they value your work and they trust you to send you away to develop businesses.
Okay, so all your interaction is in English at the formal level.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And that was with the Canadian government. And then you changed jobs. And what are you doing now?
And then the one of the province in Canada called British Columbia, which is the province where Vancouver is. I guess we all know Vancouver. Decided to set up a provincial office in Taiwan. So I applied for that managing director job, and now I am representing Trade and Investor BC, British Columbia, in Taiwan.
Okay. So you're the head of, I don't know what you call it, like the head of a mission?
Head of a Trade and Invest Representative Office.
Okay. A Trade and Investment Representative Office. Cool. Sounds very important. So how many people do you have working for you usually?
One or two. So we only established 2023, and we have grown in double or triple. So now we have 3 people.
All right. Started with just you?
Start with just me.
Cool. And can you give some insight into how important you think English has been in your career journey?
Well, working in the Canadian office or as a translator or stewardess, I think it's a way to get people to willing to listen to you, and that's very important. The communication-wise, right? You want people to be able to want to. You can be pleasant enough if your parents give you a nice face and nice figure. You can be pleasant enough for people to notice you and they're willing to listen. But if you don't have the substance or your delivery is hard to take, I wouldn't want to listen.
Okay. So just your ability to be personable in English has served you well.
But ability to personalize.
Personable just means to make people want to talk to you in English.
Well, that's a bonus, but I think how you deliver in terms of what do you say, is it clear, is it straightforward enough that you don't waste others' time, and of course, everyone has accent, but do you know what you're saying or you're just mumbling? It's another presentation skill, of course.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. You often find yourself giving presentations in front of heads of government, business leaders, things like that. Is it in English usually?
It depends where you are. If you are in the English setting, yes. But if you are in a Taiwanese company, you don't have to.
Okay. All right. Okay. So seems like, what percentage of your job do you think revolves around using English?
Quite big, quite a lot actually. Email communication is usually English. Reporting is usually English. When you travel and then having business meetings in Canada, of course it's English. If it's Taiwanese setting, because you are representing Canada or British Columbia, people, well, it depends on how you are familiar with, right? People accept you speaking English, but you don't. It depends on the audience, I guess. But majority, I'll say more than half or even 80% will be English.
Okay. And is there anything you'd like to add about the role of English in your life or in your work, especially your work. For students who might be wondering why they're studying English, you know.
I mean, you don't have to.
Wrong answer.
But learn something, right? If you don't like English, you don't have to learn English. Choose Japanese, choose Korean, choose Russian if you want, choose French. People like to joke about American because they can only speak English. People in Europe, because of the geographic reason, they usually speak 3 or 5 languages. And it's very helpful when you do business around the world. If you're American, you don't have to because people come to the US to do business with them. People used to laugh at Japanese who cannot speak English. That's because they were strong enough and people will learn Japanese in order to do business with them. Taiwan is a small country. Taiwan is a small market. You want to do international business. You want to make money. You want to get a decent enough job or do what you want, be creative, and then be able to sell your creativity. You need to have the way to communicate with others. English is like a piano in music, right? If you learn piano when you were a kid, it's easier, always easier for you to learn another instrument. And English is the best basic, I guess, because compared with French or German, it's much easier language to learn. If you can speak Korean, it's easier to speak Japanese and vice versa. There are similarities of different linguistic has different roots. I just find English is a good way to start, but you don't have to. If you have very strong desire to learn French, go for French. That's be different. That's my advice. Otherwise, just we have good environment here in learning English and a lot of resources for you to get to learn English from YouTube, from TV, from all those ways. So why waste?
Okay. That's a good answer. Okay. I think we're just going to wrap up, but I'm going to ask you the most important question, the one that everyone wants to know. I don't know did I mention that you're my wife?
I mentioned that I'm married to Darren. I don't know if they know you're Darren.
I'm Darren. So all the students here, all the female students here want to know how exactly useful or how do you use English to find a totally hot foreign boyfriend? I mean, you were born in Chiayi, a chick from the sticks, and you went to the highest level, married to Darren. How did you do it?
I think this question will have to counter to you that how could a hillbilly from Saskatchewan move his way to Taiwan and search for a Taiwanese babe for 30 years and finally get Venus's attention to look at you. Look at you go. How large have you been living?
Yeah. My life is beautiful.
But I think for young girls, I think it's very important, either foreign boyfriend or Taiwanese boyfriend, it's very important to say what you want and to have an opinion. I think it's very attractive for a woman to a lady to not say, I don't know, whatever you want, 随便啊，都可以.
Oh, do they still do that?
I don't know.
I thought maybe that's gone.
I don't know. I'm so old. What do I know?
Okay, so thank you very much for coming, Venus, and we're going to wrap it up there. I enjoyed this little talk. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.